Aquarius, welcome to Modern Maven Tarot. Whenever this tarot reading shows up on your timeline, this message is for you. Thank you so much for joining me. This message is for any Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising, but also if you have Aquarius in a particular house or planet that you need clarity on, then this message is also for you. Thank you to all my subscribers. If this does end up resonating, please do hit that like button and subscribe. Now, while we start this reading, do concentrate on what it is that you are here to get clarity on, so that we can focus that energy a little bit more. Something very lucrative if you get started, that's for sure. It does take going with the flow, all right? Balancing your willpower and your desire with the need for some emotional healing going on for you. And it might be how you assert yourself, okay? So let's see what is going on for you. Also, the message that came through at the time I'm recording this, Pluto just went retrograde back into Capricorn. All right, it was in your sign, but it's back in Capricorn. We might feel like our expansion, like there was like a pause button, okay? Especially because of you and Pluto, age of Aquarius, being in your sign. Now, I want you to know that that expansion is still there, okay? If you're feeling stuck, you can unstick yourself. Jupiter is still in Gemini. That expansion is here. It's just that we feel expansion and constriction at the same time. It's like some days we're like, wow, this is it. Like everything's where it needs to be. And then the next day it's like, where did this come from? Why do I feel stuck again? So just understand that you can work with that energy and it doesn't need to block you, all right? Also, like, let your motivations, like your emotional motivations, move you forward. I just got the imagery of those cobwebs, right? And like this person stuck and they have all those swords, but they also have the power of the water energy to like wash those cobwebs away, all right? So if you haven't been making your emotional well-being a priority, now's the time to do it. Saturn lesson, it's something you're passionate about, and just know you're almost there, okay? All of us are being taught lessons to take us to our highest vibration, our highest version of ourselves. And it is something where I do think you really want this recognition. Like, you've been working hard at something, it hasn't been getting noticed as much as you want, but that recognition is here, all right? It just takes you stepping into that recognition. We don't need it from other people, we need it from ourselves. And if you're satisfied, let things fall into place like they need to, okay? But it does take a really strong determination when it comes to, I'm just getting a lot of energy of needing to balance, okay? A really strong energy of needing to balance. So let's see what we got going on for you, Aquarius. And also reminder that shadow energy, very strong. We do have Chiron retrograde in Aries. So those wounds are, if there's wounds still there, do that shadow work. Get that shadow work journal that's in my link tree. It's less than $20 and it really helps clear that. For you, I think it's a lot related to relationships and really understanding that, like, there's this feeling of not feeling understood, and perhaps that's affected our relationships in some way. But when we can see things from a new perspective, we're gonna figure it out, okay? We definitely want to face something. Like I said, I think it is related to our relationships and how we communicate with those relationships. Okay, overall energy this week, 9 of Swords. This is like nightmares, fearing the unknown, okay? I'm just getting this message to where this is the wake-up call. This is the wake-up call for understanding and recognizing how much, especially you as an air sign, Aquarius, your thoughts, okay, they dictate so much with your life, all right? Your communication with yourself is just as important with your communication with others. So I do think we're stuck in our head about something. It's very important when you go to bed, like if you're worrying about stuff, the first thing you wake up and like, you know, you wake up and then all of a sudden it's right to worries. There's something here about there being an aha moment. Everybody's getting an aha moment this week, all right? And there's just this message of making sure that we use this as a catalyst to move forward and to clear it, okay? Because what you need more of and what the universe is gifting you is the Hanging Man. Now, this is ruled by Neptune. So do pay attention to the fact that we do have a lot of deceptive illusionary energy that is happening. But this is seeing things in a new perspective, okay? It's really finally letting go of an identity that has held us back for a while. I'm getting that this has been a long suspension for you, okay? But taking off that mask and letting people see you for exactly who you are is going to be so liberating. Now, what you need less of is the Hermit. So the Hermit is ruled by Virgo, but the Hermit is also the energy of solitude, introspection. And so here's what's fascinating is you did get a message recently about like really needing to have some alone time and like let the inspiration, but then it's like we almost get into this area of fixation where now we don't have the balance of our relationship. So this is what's interesting, and now it's making sense, is that balance here is this idea of like you have that creativity and now you just want to shut yourself in a room and wait till you're done. But it's like you have to balance that with your relationships, with your responsibility, with, you know, your friendships and your family and all that stuff. And so there is this message of making sure that we really get this in check, okay? Because these intrusive thoughts, I think, like I said, the aha moment comes from understanding that, we are the ones who, we're the ones in charge of that. Oh, very cool. You know, what's funny too is your polar natal sign of Leo got that too. And what I love about that, we really got to focus on our relationships. What I love about that, okay, so here's where it's like, you almost like, remember, a healthy ego is a good thing, okay? A healthy ego is a good thing. And I do think when it comes to this Nine of Swords, so the King of Wands is somebody where it's like they shine. It's Leo energy. It's Cancer and Leo. They get satisfaction from being in like center stage and everybody's seeing them, like, you know, being a star. And there's this like, you have some intrusive, deep thoughts of an ego being a bad thing is really what I'm getting, all right? Because here's like this idea of the Hanging Man, seeing like, really focusing on love and nurturing the things that you want to grow. We're seeing when we think negatively about something, right? That negativity is hard to detach from. You're meant to sit on this throne, all right? It's just the idea of like, we have this concept of what that means to sit on this throne because of the paradigm that we're leaving, because of that Capricorn paradigm energy, because of Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. And the Hermit, 10 of Cups, Ace of Cups. So like I said, there's something here to nurturing those relationships. The 10 of Cups is everything in its right place. It's Mars and Pisces. Getting that emotional satisfaction from your relationships, from your kids, all right? And then here's where this emotional renewal comes. It's this idea of like, perhaps you were a loner, like you just have always done things alone and it's hard to welcome this in, but that's where this cup comes in and feels like an emotional fulfillment, all right? So you just need to recognize that like a healthy ego is a good thing and that it's about balancing, all right? Jupiter in Libra, 4 of Swords is the need to rest, but it's also the need to balance, okay? All right, let's get an empowering question here because I think, it's just Chiron retrograde in Aries. I'm telling you, there's something here to Chiron retrograde in Aries for you, Aquarius, where if you can do that shadow work journal and clear the cobwebs, it's going to be so important. How or in what way do I experience myself when I'm alone? So here's what I think. Like I said, there's something here to when you're alone, that negative thinking creeps up. But then it's like when you connect to the people who love you and see you for who you are, you get the message you need. You're not going to find it by going it alone. I just get this, like you revert back to I need to do this alone. I've always done it alone. And there's something here to community for you, Aquarius, that's going to be really important for your expansion and something related to expansion with what you're passionate about, okay? So you don't have to go it alone, all right? Giving you a big warm Pisces hug. Thank you so much for joining me. Aquarius, again, please hit that like button, subscribe, share this with somebody who needs to hear this message, and as always, shine your inner light. You've got this.